When the Berlin Wall first went up, I was right in the middle of a conversation with this guy and he got stuck on the other side of the wall. So now, because of this stupid wall, we have to start shouting at each other just to understand what we are saying. And I didn't even really like the guy.
Everyone hated the wall. It was a symbol of oppression, and we all knew it should be destroyed.
Right before the wall came down, people knew something was about to happen, but they didn't know what. I was positive it was about to be a surprise performance by Kiss, so I put on my makeup, I got into costume. Kiss never showed up, but what did happen ended up being pretty cool too.
I ran into Tom Brokaw, who was covering the story for NBC, and I asked him if he knew what was happening. He told me that Berlin was a city where past and present sit side by side, where rich history meets vibrant modernity, and that ultimately Berlin was a city of contrast. And then people started tearing down the wall.
We were streaming through the checkpoint, and for the first time in my life, I stepped foot in East Berlin. Well, I hated it. Everyone was speaking German and it sounded awful. But then I crossed back to West Berlin and everyone was speaking German there too. It sucked.
The sense of togetherness was so inspiring. I saw a woman with an arm like a cannon pitch her baby in a perfect spiral over the wall. And a moment later, it flew back towards her. Others followed her lead, and soon Berliners on both sides of the wall were lobbing their babies back and forth with precision and strength.
At the Brandenburg Gate, we started climbing up onto the wall, only to discover there was a Hard Rock Cafe up there. The waitstaff was so overjoyed to see us, they started sobbing. They said they hadn't had a single customer since the wall first went up in 1961. I ordered buffalo wings and bought a Jimi Hendrix mug at the gift shop.
The top of the wall was covered with those parsley garnishes you sometimes get in your soup. I guess people have thrown them up there over the years because nobody wants parsley in their soup. They just want soup.
Everyone around me was destroying the wall in different ways. Some were using sledgehammers, some were hacking at it with fish, and others were using Berlin Wall Demolisher 5000.
A lot of us took home pieces of the Berlin Wall to remember that night. I got this.
Among the crowds, one young woman stands out in my memory because she had Angela Merkel's upper body for a head. Years later, I opened a newspaper and gasped. That young woman's head had grown up to be German Chancellor Angela Merkel's entire body.
The world was never the same.